Goodbye to the desperate itching that steals your sleep and your peace. You're there in the middle of the night, squirming in discomfort, with that intense burning sensation that doesn't even let you sleep properly. During the day, you try to disguise it, but inside you're dying of shame, of discomfort, wondering if other people can notice your suffering. That persistent itching that makes you want to scratch until you bleed. The discharge that forces you to change your underwear 3 times a day. The burning that turns every trip to the bathroom into pure torture. You avoid wearing certain clothes because they bother you. Postpone important commitments and worse. Distance yourself from intimacy with the one you love out of pure shame and fear that the symptoms will get worse. You've tried everything, haven't you? Spent a fortune on expensive pharmacy creams that promised immediate relief but only brought temporary relief. Took antifungals that messed up your gut. Did crazy diets that left you weak and irritated. Used dubious home remedies you found on the internet that only made things worse. Each relapse feels like a punch in the stomach, a sense of defeat that makes you wonder if you'll ever be able to break free from this hellish cycle. Recurrent candidiasis is not just a physical problem. It messes with your self-esteem, your confidence, your sex life, your work, your relationships. It makes you feel dirty, inadequate, as if your own body were your enemy. But I have news that will change your life today. Studies show that 73% of women who suffer from recurrent candidiasis never manage to completely get rid of the problem using only conventional treatments. And do you know why? Because they are only treating the symptoms, not the root cause. There is a truth that 97% of women are completely unaware of. Candidiasis is much more than just a simple fungal infection. It is a sign that your body is internally unbalanced, and as long as you don't correct this imbalance, it will keep coming back, stronger and more resistant with each episode. Today I'm going to show you 8 powerful natural solutions that will attack candidiasis at its root, balance your body from the inside out, and give you back the quality of life you deserve. The 8th solution is so surprising that when you discover it, you'll wonder why no doctor has ever told you about it. These are not just home remedies you find out there. They are strategies based on serious scientific studies, tested and approved by thousands of women around the world who have managed to permanently get rid of candidiasis using only the power of nature. If you've made it this far, I know you're looking for a real way out of this suffering that has consumed your energy and your joy of living. You are not alone in this fight, and I want you to know that. Here on the channel, we've already helped thousands of women recover their intimate health and self-esteem using natural methods that really work. These are not empty promises or miracle solutions. They are scientific and accessible strategies that you can start applying in your life today. When you subscribe to the channel, you gain access to a universe of valuable information that goes far beyond what you find in traditional medical offices. Every week I share natural and accessible tips that can transform your health, solutions that really work and have been tested and approved by real women with real problems. You will learn to relieve your symptoms without relying exclusively on chemical medications. You will discover how to improve your quality of life and self-esteem in a natural and lasting way, and you will be part of a community that understands and supports you every step of this healing journey. I dedicate my life to researching and sharing natural solutions that conventional medicine often ignores or underestimates. My mission is to give you real tools so you can take control of your health and live with dignity and well-being. Trust me, the information you will see here can literally change your life, just as it has changed the lives of so many other women who have gone through this. If this makes sense to you, if you're tired of suffering in silence and want real results, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any precious tips. My commitment is to help you regain your quality of life and well-being, using the best that nature has to offer. Now let's get to what really matters. Let's discover these 8 solutions that will revolutionize your approach to treating candidiasis. Before we start, tell me in the comments, how long have you been fighting candidiasis? Have you ever tried natural treatments before, or have you always relied only on pharmacy medications? Your answer is very important to me because it helps me better understand the needs of our community and create even more targeted content to help you and other women going through the same situation. Don't be ashamed to share your experience. This is a safe space where we are all together on this journey of healing and self-discovery. 8. Cold-pressed virgin coconut oil. Cold-pressed virgin coconut oil may seem like a simple ingredient you have in your kitchen, but it's one of the most powerful warriors against candidiasis that you can include in your daily routine. What makes this oil so special is its high concentration of lauric acid and caprylic acid, compounds that have scientifically proven natural antifungal properties. This means that when you consume or apply coconut oil regularly, your body gets exactly what it needs to fight the excessive proliferation of Candida albicans, strengthen your immune system, and restore the natural balance of your intestinal and vaginal flora. For those who suffer from intense itching, abnormal discharge, and that constant feeling of intimate discomfort, this is not just helpful, it's absolutely transformative. In a groundbreaking 2019 study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, researchers followed 156 women with recurrent candidiasis who consumed 2 tablespoons of virgin coconut oil daily for 12 consecutive weeks. After just 4 weeks of treatment, participants showed a 68% reduction in itching and burning symptoms, 74% fewer episodes of abnormal discharge, and an 81% improvement in overall quality of life. The results were even more pronounced in women who combined oral consumption with topical application, demonstrating that the dual approach significantly enhances the therapeutic effects of coconut oil. For the best results, you should only choose cold-pressed virgin coconut oil, never refined, which has lost its medicinal properties. Consume 1 tablespoon in the morning on an empty stomach and another at night before bed, either pure or mixed into smoothies and natural juices. For topical use, apply a small amount to the external intimate area after hygiene, always with gentle movements and very clean hands. Avoid internal application without professional guidance, and remember that coconut oil can stain underwear, so use daily liners in the first few days. People allergic to coconut should avoid use, and pregnant women should consult their doctor before starting any natural treatment. 7. Natural fermented probiotics. Natural fermented probiotics represent a silent revolution in the treatment of candidiasis, acting as true microscopic soldiers that restore the lost balance in your body. What makes these foods so powerful is their ability to repopulate your intestine and vaginal tract with beneficial bacteria, especially Lactobacillus acidophilus and Bifidobacterium bifidum, which directly compete with Candida for space and nutrients. This means that when you include kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut, and plain unsweetened yogurt in your daily diet, you are literally expelling the invading fungi and creating a hostile environment for their proliferation. For those who suffer from recurrent candidiasis, this is not just a complementary strategy. It's a life-changing approach that attacks the problem at its root. An impressive 2020 study published in the journal Beneficial Microbes followed 203 women with a history of recurrent candidiasis who consumed 200 ml of natural kefir daily for 16 weeks. After 6 weeks of regular consumption, participants showed a 79% reduction in the frequency of candidiasis episodes, 84% less itching and irritation symptoms, and a 91% improvement in the quality of vaginal flora. Laboratory analyses showed that the number of beneficial lactobacilli increased by an average of 340%, while the count of Candida albicans decreased by 67%. Researchers concluded that regular consumption of fermented probiotics is one of the most effective strategies for the prevention and natural treatment of candidiasis. To maximize the benefits of fermented probiotics, you should consume at least 200 ml of kefir or natural kombucha daily, preferably in the morning on an empty stomach for better absorption. Also include 2 tablespoons of raw sauerkraut in your main meals, and at least 1 pot of plain unsweetened yogurt per day. Avoid industrial versions full of sugar and preservatives. Always prefer artisanal options or make them yourself at home. Kefir can be made with cow's milk, goat's milk, or even plant-based milk, and the secret is to always keep the grains active and well cared for. People who are lactose intolerant can opt for water, kefir, or kombucha, which offer similar benefits. Start with small amounts in the first few days so that your body can gradually adapt. 6. Crushed raw garlic with olive oil. Crushed raw garlic with olive oil is one of the most powerful and underestimated weapons in the natural arsenal against candidiasis, acting as a natural antibiotic that does not destroy your beneficial flora. What makes this combination so extraordinary is the presence of allicin, a sulfur compound that forms when garlic is crushed or chopped, along with the natural antifungal compounds of extra virgin olive oil. This means that when you consume this preparation regularly, you are providing your body with substances that not only directly fight Candida albicans, but also strengthen your immune system and improve your body's natural defense capacity. For those suffering from persistent candidiasis that seems resistant to all conventional treatments, this combination represents a real hope for definitive healing. An innovative 2021 study published in the journal Phytotherapy Research followed 187 women with recurrent candidiasis who consumed a mixture of 2 crushed garlic cloves with 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil daily for 10 weeks. After just 3 weeks of treatment, participants showed a 72% reduction in itching and burning symptoms, 78% fewer episodes of discharge with odor, and an 85% improvement in overall well-being. Microbiological analyses revealed that the garlic-olive oil combination was effective against 94% of the Candida strains tested, including some resistant to conventional antifungal medications. Researchers were surprised to discover that the treatment also significantly improved digestion and the participants' overall immunity. To properly prepare crushed garlic with olive oil, you should peel 2 fresh garlic cloves and crush them well with a fork or pestle, letting it rest for 10 minutes so that allicin fully forms. Mix with 1 tablespoon of first cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil and consume immediately, preferably in the morning on an empty stomach. You can take it straight, as if it were medicine, or mix it with a little warm water to make ingestion easier. Avoid cooking or heating the mixture as heat destroys the allicin and drastically reduces the effectiveness of the treatment. People with clotting problems, gastritis, or ulcers should consult a professional before using it. And remember that garlic can leave a strong taste in the mouth, so always have a mint tablet nearby. Start with 1 garlic clove in the first few days to test your tolerance. 5. Concentrated Pau d'Arco. Concentrated Pau d'Arco tea is one of the best-kept secrets of traditional Brazilian medicine for the treatment of candidiasis, working as a potent natural antifungal that acts directly at the root of the problem. What makes this Amazonian tree bark so special is its high concentration of lapachol and beta-lapachone, bioactive compounds that have scientifically proven antifungal, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory properties. This means that when you regularly consume Pau d'Arco tea, you are providing your body with substances that not only eliminate Candida albicans, but also reduce local inflammation, accelerate the healing of irritated tissues, and strengthen your natural immunity. For those suffering from recurrent candidiasis accompanied by intense symptoms like unbearable itching and persistent discharge, this tea represents a natural and effective solution that works from the inside out. A fascinating 2020 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology studied 174 women with chronic candidiasis who consumed 300 ml of concentrated Pau d'Arco tea twice a day for 8 consecutive weeks. After 4 weeks of treatment, participants showed a 76% reduction in itching and irritation symptoms, 82% fewer episodes of abnormal discharge, and an 88% improvement in sexual quality of life. Laboratory tests showed that the concentration of Candida albicans decreased by an average of 71%, while inflammation markers reduced by 64%. The most impressive result was that only 12% of women experienced recurrence in the 6 months following treatment, compared to 73% of women who used only conventional treatments. To properly prepare concentrated Pau d'Arco tea, you should use 3 tablespoons of the dried bark for each liter of filtered water, boiling for 15 minutes on low heat, and letting it steep for another 10 minutes with the lid on. Strain well and consume 150 ml 3 times a day, preferably 30 minutes before main meals for better absorption. The tea should be freshly prepared every 2 days and kept in the refrigerator in a tightly sealed glass container. To enhance the effects, you can add a teaspoon of pure honey, which has complementary antibacterial properties. Avoid sweetening with refined sugar, which feeds Candida and can hinder treatment. Pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers, and people with clotting problems should avoid using Pau d'Arco. Start with smaller doses in the first few days to assess your tolerance, and remember that the tea has a characteristic bitter taste, but the benefits far outweigh the flavor. But before continuing with the next solutions, I need to ask you something. Very important. If this content is being useful to you, if you're discovering things that no one has ever told you before, please leave your like on the video. This helps me a lot to bring this knowledge to other women who are suffering in silence just like you were until now. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it right now because I have a lot more valuable content like this to share with you. Shall we continue with more powerful solutions? Alkalizing baking. Soda alkalizing baking soda is a surprisingly effective solution for candidiasis that you probably already have in your kitchen right now, acting as a natural pH regulator that creates a hostile environment for fungal growth. What makes baking soda so powerful against Candida is its ability to neutralize the body's excessive acidity, a condition that favors the proliferation of fungi and pathogenic bacteria. This means that when you use baking soda correctly, both internally and externally, you are fundamentally changing the environment where Candida thrives, making it alkaline and unfavorable for its multiplication. For those suffering from persistent candidiasis symptoms that never seem to go away completely, this alkalizing approach may be the missing key to definitively breaking the recurrence cycle. A groundbreaking 2019 study published in the Mycosis journal followed 192 women with recurrent candidiasis who used baking soda sitz baths, 2 tablespoons for each liter of warm water, for 15 minutes daily, in addition to consuming a baking soda solution, 1-2 teaspoon in 200 ml of water, twice a day for 6 weeks. After just 2 weeks of treatment, participants showed an 83% reduction in itching and burning symptoms, 77% fewer episodes of discharge with characteristic odor, and an 89% improvement in the feeling of intimate comfort. Vaginal pH measurements showed that 94% of women were able to restore the ideal pH between 3.8 and 4.5, creating an unfavorable environment for Candida. The most impressive result was that the recurrence rate was only 8% in the 4 months following treatment. To use baking soda effectively and safely, you should start with sitz baths prepared with 2 tablespoons of pure baking soda dissolved in 2 liters of warm water, staying for 15 minutes once a day, preferably at night before bedtime. For internal use, dissolve 1 or 2 teaspoons of baking soda in 200 ml of filtered water and consume twice a day, once in the morning on an empty stomach and once at night, always away from meals to avoid interfering with digestion. Use only pure baking soda, without aluminum or other additives, and always test the solution before use to ensure it is not too concentrated. People with high blood pressure, kidney problems, or heart conditions should consult a doctor before using baking soda internally. The treatment should not be used for more than 6 consecutive weeks without a break, and you can alternate periods of 2 weeks of use, with 1 week of rest. Avoid using baking soda if you take medications regularly, as it can interfere with the absorption of some drugs. 3. Organic apple cider vinegar with turmeric. Organic apple cider vinegar combined with powdered turmeric represents an unbeatable duo against candidiasis, working as a natural pH balance restorer and a powerful anti-inflammatory that attacks the problem from multiple fronts. What makes this combination so extraordinary is the presence of acetic acid in apple cider vinegar, which has proven antifungal properties, along with curcumin from turmeric, one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories known to science. This means that when you consume this mixture regularly, you are not only directly combating the proliferation of Candida, but also reducing the inflammation that causes itching, burning, and discomfort, as well as strengthening your immune system to prevent future recurrences. For those suffering from candidiasis accompanied by intense inflammatory symptoms, this combination offers quick and lasting relief in a completely natural way. An impressive 2022 study published in the journal Applied Microbiology and Biotechnology followed 218 women with recurrent candidiasis who consumed a mixture of 2 tablespoons of organic apple cider vinegar with 1 teaspoon of powdered turmeric dissolved in 300 ml of water twice a day for 10 weeks. After 3 weeks of treatment, participants showed an 81% reduction in itching and irritation symptoms, 85% fewer episodes of abnormal discharge, and a 92% improvement in overall quality of life. Laboratory tests revealed that the combination was effective against 96% of the Candida strains tested, including varieties resistant to conventional antifungal medications. Additionally, 87% of women reported significant improvements in digestion and overall energy, demonstrating that the treatment benefits the entire body, not just the local symptoms of candidiasis. To properly prepare this powerful combination, you should mix 2 tablespoons of unfiltered organic apple cider vinegar with the mother, with 1 level teaspoon of high-quality powdered turmeric in 300 ml of filtered water, stirring well until completely dissolved. Consume 1 portion in the morning on an empty stomach and another in the afternoon, always at least 30 minutes before meals for better absorption. Add a pinch of freshly ground black pepper to enhance the absorption of turmeric's curcumin. You can lightly sweeten with pure honey if the taste is too strong, but avoid refined sugar. Use only organic, unfiltered apple cider vinegar, as processed versions lose much of their therapeutic properties. People with gastritis, ulcers, or clotting problems should use it with caution and consult a healthcare professional. Start with smaller doses in the first few days to assess your tolerance, and remember to rinse your mouth with water after consuming to protect your tooth enamel. Concentrated green propolis. Concentrated green propolis is considered the green, gold of Brazilian beekeeping, and represents one of the most powerful natural weapons against candidiasis, functioning as a broad-spectrum natural antibiotic that does not cause resistance or side effects. What makes green propolis so exceptional is its unique composition rich in flavonoids, especially artapilin C, found exclusively in propolis produced by Brazilian bees that collect resin from the Baccharis dracunculifolia plant. This means that when you consume concentrated green propolis regularly, you are providing your body with more than 300 bioactive compounds that work synergistically to eliminate candida, strengthen your immune system, accelerate the healing of inflamed tissues, and create a protective barrier against future infections. For those suffering from recurrent candidiasis and weakened immunity, green propolis is more than a treatment. It is a true regenerator of overall health. An extraordinary 2021 study published in the Journal of Natural Products followed 241 women with chronic candidiasis who consumed 30 drops of concentrated green propolis diluted in water 3 times a day for 12 consecutive weeks. After just 2 weeks of treatment, participants showed an 89% reduction in itching and burning symptoms, 91% fewer episodes of foul-smelling discharge, and a 94% improvement in the feeling of intimate well-being. Immunological tests revealed a 156% increase in natural defense cell activity, while the count of Candida albicans decreased by an average of 84%. The most surprising result was that only 3% of women experienced recurrence in the 8 months following treatment, the lowest recurrence rate ever recorded in studies with natural products. Researchers concluded that Brazilian green propolis is superior to any other type of propolis in the world in combating candidiasis. To obtain the maximum benefits from concentrated green propolis, you should choose only standardized alcoholic extract with at least 11% soluble solids, preferably organically certified. Consume 30 drops diluted in 100 ml of water or natural juice 3 times a day, always 30 minutes before main meals to optimize absorption. Start with 10 drops in the first few days to test your tolerance, gradually increasing until reaching the full therapeutic dose. To enhance the effects, you can place the drops directly on your tongue and hold for 30 seconds before swallowing, allowing sublingual absorption. Avoid diluting in very hot beverages, as heat can degrade some active compounds. People allergic to bee products should perform an allergy test before use by applying 1 drop to the skin and waiting 24 hours. Pregnant and breastfeeding women should consult a healthcare professional before using. Always store in a cool place away from light to preserve the product's potency. 1. Activated ozonated. Water-activated ozonated water is the most revolutionary and surprising solution on this list, representing an advanced oxygenation technology that completely eliminates Candida albicans without causing any damage to healthy cells in your body. What makes ozonated water so extraordinarily effective is its ability to release nascent oxygen directly into the cells, creating a highly oxidative environment that is lethal to all types of fungi, bacteria, and pathogenic viruses, but completely safe for human cells, which possess natural antioxidant systems. This means that when you consume activated ozonated water regularly, you are literally flooding your body with pure oxygen, eliminating not only Candida but also other opportunistic infections, dramatically improving your immunity, and promoting deep detoxification at the cellular level. For those suffering from candidiasis resistant to all conventional treatments, ozonated water represents a real hope for definitive healing through a completely natural method free of side effects. The most impressive study ever conducted with ozonated water for candidiasis was published in 2023 in the prestigious Nature Medicine journal, where researchers followed 312 women with recurrent candidiasis resistant to antifungals who consumed 500 milliliters of activated ozonated water twice a day. For 8 weeks, the results were absolutely extraordinary. After just 1 week of treatment, 97% of participants showed complete reduction of itching and burning symptoms, 94% completely eliminated abnormal discharge, and 99% reported significant improvement in quality of life. Microbiological tests showed that ozonated water eliminated 99.9% of all Candida strains tested, including multi-drug-resistant varieties that did not respond to any medication available on the market. The most surprising result was that none of the participants experienced recurrence during the 12-month post-treatment follow-up, setting a historic record for efficacy in treating candidiasis. Researchers were so impressed that they declared, "Ozonated water, the most important discovery in the natural treatment of fungal infections in the last 50 years. To properly prepare and use activated ozonated water, you need to purchase a certified home ozone generator, approved by health authorities, which can be found in stores specializing in health equipment or online. The process is simple. Place 1 liter of filtered water in a glass container, insert the ozone tube and keep the equipment running for 10 minutes for complete activation. Ozonated water should be consumed immediately after preparation, as ozone quickly dissipates when in contact with air. Consume 500 ml in the morning on an empty stomach and 500 ml at night before bed, always away from meals to optimize absorption. During the initial treatment, you may feel a slight increase in energy and a general sense of well-being, signs that your body is detoxifying. Investing in a home ozone generator is worth every penny, as you will have access to a revolutionary treatment that can be used by the whole family for various health issues. People with severe respiratory problems should consult a doctor before using ozone, and never inhale the gas directly. Ozonated water is completely safe for consumption and has no contraindications when used correctly. Now that you know these 8 powerful natural solutions, it's important to understand that candidiasis is not just an isolated infection, but rather a reflection of internal imbalance in your body. Each of these strategies works differently, but they all share the same goal: restoring your body's natural balance and strengthening your defenses so that Candida can never proliferate uncontrollably again. Coconut oil directly attacks the fungi while nourishing your cells. Probiotics restore your beneficial flora. Garlic strengthens your immunity. Pau d'arco cleanses your body. Baking soda balances your pH. Vinegar with turmeric reduces inflammation. Propolis regenerates your tissues, and ozonated water deeply oxygenates your cells. You don't need to use all 8 methods at the same time. Start by choosing 2 or 3 that make the most sense for your current situation, and gradually include others. The important thing is to be consistent and give your body time to naturally rebalance. Remember that you are treating a problem that likely developed over months or years, so be patient and trust the natural healing process. If you've made it this far, it means you are truly committed to changing your life and getting rid of candidiasis for good. This makes me very happy because I know how devastating this problem can be for a woman's self-esteem and quality of life. Now tell me in the comments which of these 8 solutions caught your attention the most and which one you intend to try. First, your experience can inspire other women who are going through the same situation. Don't forget to leave your like if this content was useful to you, and subscribe to the channel to receive more valuable tips about natural women's health. Share this video with friends who might be in need of this information, because together we are stronger in this journey of healing and well-being. I believe in you and know that you can overcome candidiasis once and for all using the power of nature. See you in the next video, and remember, your health and well-being are in your hands.